All right, we got this Grand Fir tree that's dying. It's got this huge mushroom at the bottom of the tree. It's got like little mushrooms growing up. I think they call those conchs growing up the tree. It's just kind of being, this bigger Grand Fir next to it's just been like overwhelming it right on top of it. You know, it's most of its life, and it's finally getting to the point now where it's just, the tree's had enough. He's over it. Got lots of nice gardening underneath it, and some sprinkler heads and some utility boxes. Very little drop zone. You know, Isaac over at Guilty of Treason cut down a, well, their video posted today of him cutting down a dead tree. So I think in honor of Isaac, I'll go ahead and, since I'm cutting down a dead tree, I'll post this video today. I'll post it today. It's same day turnaround. What is today? Today's July the 9th. I'll post it today. Coming. I mean, that's same day turnaround on a video. I'll do it in honor of Isaac cutting down his dead tree. I think it was probably a fir or a spruce. Yeah, it posted today, and he has a good watch. About 30 minutes, which is a good length. Yeah, so this Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, I'm gonna be doing a live feed with @Still Chainsaws, who is Stillborn on YouTube. That's what he's known as, the sheriff of YouTube. He asked me, you know, to do an interview, and I said, you know what? Let's do it. We don't have to call it an interview. We'll have a conversation, just kind of chit chat back and forth. But yeah, we're gonna do it this Sunday at 6 Pacific time on his channel, and I made a post about it on my channel. If you go to my posts, you'll see I made a little image of that invitation. Now, Isaac, I want you to watch all these moves that I make so that you can keep getting better and better. You're good. You're good. But the question is, how good? And I fully expect Isaac to be on the live on Sunday. If he's not, I'm gonna call his mom. Jake just said, are you insinuating that you have his mother's number? I'm not gonna go there. He's not baiting me into this conversation. That sucker, a little bit bigger than the other ones. I had to kind of flow with it, you know? Know what I'm saying? Trees are rocking. As soon as I got halfway up it, it started dancing with me. Yeah, sure did. It's not a big tree by any means, but you know, still something to dance with. It's got a, I think they call it a school marm. I call it a dog leg. Yeah, so the original top broke out. Yeah, do they call it a school marm? Somebody tell me in the comments. You gotta hold the arm out when you toss it. Hold the arm out, Isaac. Jake said, stop it. You're embarrassing me. Sorry, Jake. I'm an embarrassing person. Go ahead. I'll wait for you to tell me to stop. If I stop too soon, you'll say, what are you doing? Keep going.
I'll never tell. I'll never say stop.
So I got this Buckingham rope grab for my steel core flip line, 1/2 inch. I've been using it now for like 10 jobs, so I think I can give an honest review on it at this point, since I've finally put some wear on it, and I'm happy with it. The reason I switched from what I was using before is because the other ones have wires that come off. from like this mechanism to this, and I broke that wire so many times, just wore it out, broke, replaced it, snapped, replaced it, and it just wears out. So I wanted to go with something without a wire on it. This one has an internal spring, and so far so good. Go ahead. We'll just see how dead this thing is as I get higher. It is rocking now. Will this tree break? Oh, I still have these conchs up here. Oh, wow. Yeah. Get off of there. Yeah, it's stuck in a crotch. This 2511, I'll go to put it in the off position and it'll still idle, and I'll have to cycle the switch a couple times, which I don't really care, but my other 2511 didn't do that, which I have all the repair parts for it. I need to fix it.
Yeah, we're making
I'll actually have to go around the base of the tree. You piece of crap. Look, this is why I don't like doing this. You gotta fight this thing around the back of the tree. It's kind of annoying. Gotta stick your arm back there, get it all cut up, scratched up. It's not necessary. I'll probably go back to the other side. It has the bigger branches on it too. You'll notice when I have these limbs coming off the tree, as soon as I get them oriented right where I want it, I'm throwing it down. I'm forcing it down faster to give it less time to float around. You'll notice that's what I'm doing, throwing it down, throwing it down. So check that out when I do that. I just have a very small tight, like you saw the little strip of gravel I have to throw stuff into, because you can see the lines, you can see the plants all around. It's a tiny little space. I was hoping to be able to put this top in his yard and we'll see if it'll fit, but I'm getting close to it. We could rig it down. Yeah, I might actually, this might be the safe, because if I don't have a spot for it.
I don't like any of this. I would prefer.
Let me finish these last parts of these limbs and we'll decide on. Yeah. Probably gonna rig it down though. Yeah, a top could float out into his yard, but we can rig it just to keep it less messy. Okay, so we're gonna rig this top down here. It's like a 15-20 foot top maybe. See what I got set up here. Sling set up right here with the pulley, and I'll be using the carabiner. I always use carabiners for the most part, but I'll notch it right here. I'll move my climb line down obviously. Notch it here. We'll just rig down the dog leg and go for a ride on the tree. Probably thinking half wrap on that porter wrap. People don't talk, I don't I haven't heard a lot of people talk about how many wraps they put on stuff. So you kind of have to, obviously it depends on the species of tree because wood weighs different. But this is a dead tree, Grand Fir, which is actually a little bit heavier of a wood, but it's dead. So you got to account for that and try to guess the weight basically. And I'm guessing this is probably 200 pounds max, maybe 150. Safe would be one full, but I think it's gonna take me for a ride. Yeah, a half and let it kind of run would be, but then you got to be able to catch it, you know, if you need to slow it down. But I think you're gonna be totally good on a half here. It ain't pretty, but it'll work. I'll do this extra half hitch on it for a little bit extra friction. All right, Jake, you're on, you're ready. I'm completely in my harness, sitting in my harness right now. So even if this tree did something wild, I'm not gonna go flying because I'm not on my spurs all the way. I've sucked in my adjuster here and I brought this all the way up to the tree so I can comfortably make a cut right here. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm totally fine. How's it on the collateral?
That was fine.
Yeah, it's gonna, yeah, because all the branches are dead. It's gonna happen. But you got it to run most of the way down the tree before it got to the ground.
Yeah, I wasn't even trying to sit too hard. It's pretty light. So.
Yeah. It's 9:40 now for us to get the limbs off and the top this thing. 9:40, and we didn't rush at all. I'm not even sweating, like we're just chilling. So 9:40 there, and now I'll chunk this down. It should take me, it would be fast if I didn't have to wait for each piece to be moved, but it's still gonna be really fast. And I'm taking the 500i with 20-inch bar. Why do I still have a climb line rope here? Wait, why do I still have a chainsaw? Right, Isaac? Why do I still have a chainsaw? This is what he said when he got out of the tree, because Jacob and Randy weren't there for him when he got out of the tree.
Wouldn't take a saw for him.
They weren't there to support him when he got out of the tree.
Rookies.
Unlike Jake here, who's always there. Even when I don't want him, it's kind of creepy. All right, here we go. All cleaned up. There's our wood. That's the whole tree right there. And now it's all cut up, it looks a lot less, but you know, those are some pretty good sized pieces of wood. And here's the spot over here, all cleaned up. Gravel's always a pain to clean up, but you just got to keep at it until you get it all out. But there's the stump, kept it kind of high. This is gonna be just submersed in this green stuff in no time. All cleaned up. All right, guys. See you on the next one, which will be soon. I'm gonna keep pumping out content.